Moving on, breaking in, coming in a defiant move against the centre, Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah on Monday climbed a railing along with his cabinet ministers to visit the Martyrs graveyard in Nokta and pay floral tributes. And the video is on your screens. In the video, Omar Abdullah can be seen marching toward the graveyard along with his cabinet ministers, surrounded by police and security personnel. As the gate appeared to be locked, Omar Abdullah climbed over it and scaled the wall to enter the graveyard along with his cabinet ministers. He reached the spot. The video is on your screens. So Omar Abdullah scaled the wall to reach the Martyrs graveyard in defiance. The visuals on your screens explain what transpired in that situation. Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah claimed that he was put under house arrest, and after that he marched towards the graveyard along with his cabinet ministers. Let me in fact show you the visual here on the big screen, where you can see Omar Abdullah, the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. You can see how he climbed over the railing, and then you see the security personnel also following suit. He went there along with his cabinet ministers, scaled the wall to reach the site. He claims that he was put under house arrest, and Omar Abdullah was constantly putting out posts on social media criticizing the entire arrangement, saying that the lawmakers, those who are responsible for law and order in Jammu and Kashmir, need to answer, need to explain. And in this visual, you can see the security personnel actually stopping him. He also spoke about this incident, saying that you can clearly see how he was manhandled. That's what Omar Abdullah said. Well, the security personnel only seem to be doing their job, stopping the Chief Minister from marching forward here. Here is the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Omar Abdullah. He went there along with his cabinet ministers. We first saw him climb over a railing. He scaled the wall to reach the graveyard to pay floral tributes along with his cabinet ministers. Multiple posts put out by Omar Abdullah on social media where he claims that he was put under house arrest. And these visuals now in which you can clearly see Omar Abdullah right there, the Jammu Kashmir Minister, paying floral tributes. Now, he claims that he was stopped from doing that, and he wants people responsible for law and order in Jammu and Kashmir to explain to him why that was done. And you can see him surrounded by security personnel. They must have had a field day when the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, in defiance, climbed over railings along with his cabinet ministers, reached the graveyard, Martyrs graveyard, to pay floral tributes. In fact, you can also see Mr. Farooq Abdullah right next to Omar Abdullah. Let me go across to my colleague Sahil Sohail for more details on that. Sahil, can you help us understand what transpired in the visuals? It's evident that that was a defiant move by the Jammu Kashmir Chief Minister. He can also be seen standing right next to Farooq Abdullah. There are other ministers, part of his cabinet, climbing over railings to reach the graveyard to pay floral tribute.
Well, basically, these Kashmir-based political parties, including National Conference, led by Farooq Abdullah, were supposed to reach Martyrs graveyard yesterday on 13th of July, but there were restrictions impacted these leaders, including Farooq Abdullah and other Mehbooba Mufti, were put under arrest. But today, in a surprise move, Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah decided to go. He in had said that he had informed control room in Jammu and Kashmir police about his plans, and then Omar Abdullah claimed that police in fact attempted to stop him in Nauhata Chowk. There were in fact vehicles and barricades put in place, but Omar Abdullah continued with his plan and in fact marched on foot towards the Martyrs graveyard. There in fact we can see on visuals Omar Abdullah climbing the iron fencing of the graveyard, because the gate of the Martyrs graveyard was closed, and he crossed over to graveyard. Then also visuals coming out when in fact we can see some police cops also trying to stop Chief Minister Omar Abdullah. But we have to in fact see whether they were stopping him from entering the graveyard or in fact stopping him from jumping from a height there. But yes, Omar Abdullah has claimed that he was manhandled. He was in fact prevented and stopped from entering into the graveyard, but finally he managed to reach there, paid respects to all those civilians who were killed on 13th July in 1931 during an agitation.
Now,
there has been
we
politics.
know that the administration are denied permission for any event to mark the anniversary of the 1931 killings, and the administration also said that strict action will be taken against anyone who tried to proceed towards the Martyrs graveyard. Here is the Chief Minister of Jammu Kashmir himself breaking that.
And dramatic scenes have unfolded in Srinagar. Swati, Omar Abdullah has put out videos and posts talking about what exactly happened. So he says, and as he puts out this video showing cops trying to resist him, cops trying to block him, and how he in fact scales a wall to go to the graveyard to offer Fatiha. Omar Abdullah says, and I quote, "This is the physical grappling I was subjected to, but I am made of sterner stuff and I will not be stopped. I was doing nothing unlawful or illegal. In fact, these protectors of law need to explain under what law they were trying to stop us from offering Fatiha." So that is post number 1. Then Omar Abdullah goes on to say that I paid my respects and offered Fatiha at the graves of martyrs of 13th July 1931. The unelected government tried to block my way, forcing me to walk from the Chowk. They blocked the gate of the Naqshband shrine, forcing me to scale a wall. They tried to physically grapple me, but I was not going to be stopped today. So this is what Omar Abdullah has said. He says that he was forced to scale a wall. There was a bit to block him. Cops tried to, grapple with him. And then he also goes on to say that, what right did they have to behave in the way that they did? So these are the charges coming in from Omar Abdullah.
Absolutely. Sahil and Sagarika, stay on with us. We also have some breaking inputs coming in. Now, there are politicians who are hitting out at Omar Abdullah for this step. Sajjad Lone has taken aim at Omar Abdullah. He calls this act a scripted act. It was all scripted. That's what Mr. Sajjad Lone has said, alleging that this is scripted, that this is staged. He is accusing Omar Abdullah of drama. Let me go back to Sagarika for more details on that post put out by Sajjad Lone.
And Sajjad Lone goes on to say, Swati, that for a moment I was impressed, but now that you have given a ball-by-ball commentary of your so-called struggle in reaching the martyrs' graveyard, I bet my life it was all scripted. So the scripted attack at Omar Abdullah by Sajjad Lone, the MLA of Handwara, he says, I will still tell you that the institution of the Chief Minister is bigger than the person of the incumbent Chief Minister. Please save the institution. Please step down. I will be the first person to follow you. Then he goes on to add that security person will try to grapple or stop a Chief Minister is a humiliation for all of us. Do not set a precedence which others will have to follow, a precedence of humiliation. These choreographed events are too predictable. Stop insulting the intelligence of the common Kashmiri. There are 2 kings' parties in Kashmir. One gets to have a dramatic access a day before 13th July, and the second one gets access a day after 13th July. This is truly magic. So here there are attacks coming in from Sajjad Lone as he calls whatever happened in Kashmir today as scripted drama by the Chief Minister.
All right, let me quickly go across to Sahil for more on that. Sahil, politics on this issue also escalating. Sajjad Lone saying what you're doing, Omar Abdullah, is nothing but drama and it is scripted.
Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah is already under scan, in fact under attack on this particular matter. We had seen PDP basically in last assembly session moving a resolution for in fact the holiday, declaration of holiday on particular day, because till 2019 this day was officially being observed and in fact commemorated, but the Omar Abdullah government and the speaker didn't allow that, and that's why the political parties basically who are Kashmir-based political parties including PDP and the Jammu and Kashmir People's Conference led by Sajjad Lone are in fact attacking Chief Minister Omar Abdullah. They have been in fact that what Omar Abdullah could have done is he should have acted in fact as Chief Minister and in fact restored that holiday on this particular day. But yes, today we had seen Omar Abdullah visiting the Martyrs graveyard, and in fact now this particular attack coming from Sajjad Lone saying that it was all scripted, and in fact it is an humiliation for the institution of the Chief Minister, and in fact seeking his resignation on this particular matter. So July 31, in fact, in the 13th July, in fact, incident that took place in 1931 is an issue. We have seen BJP also coming up with his statement yesterday. Leader of opposition Sunil Sharma saying that it was a conspiracy at that time against Maharaja Hari Singh. So it is in fact an issue in the politics of Jammu and Kashmir, and we have seen after.
Now, Omar Abdullah, who says what a shame when he talks about how he was stopped and others were stopped from paying tributes, and says that the law protectors of law need to explain this. You have Sajjad Lone hitting out at Omar Abdullah saying this is nothing but drama and it is all pure script. Thank you very much, Sahil, for getting us details. With that, we're slipping into a very short break. Lot more lined up on the other side.